How do you find your earliest users? This is a very interesting question, a very difficult one to get right. And many founders, especially first time founders, will get started without thinking about distribution, without really thinking about how are they going to acquire their first 100 users. Traditional Silicon Valley wisdom was that you're going to find your first 100 users from people you know. This is friends, professional networks, whatever it takes, friends of friends, calling people, emailing people, sending direct messages, whatever it takes to get people to try your product is what you will do. I'd argue that in 2025, that's not enough because people are inundated with things they have to try out, even if they hear it from the closest of friends. And maybe you have like a handful of very close friends who will do what you ask them to do, but then they may not be in your target demographic. So increasingly, this is actually very difficult to just achieve from your network alone. Now you really have to think about expanding that to say, how are you truly going to get distribution and that to get unbiased users who really don't care about you or your feelings and will use the product the way they want to use it or not. And the way you go about acquiring these users is very heavily dependent on what your product is. So, if your product caters to college students, you could get college ambassadors and come up with a plan on incentivizing people to sign up. Believe me, it's okay to incentivize people to sign up because even after sign up, how people use the product will be totally dependent on their free will. So, they're not going to use it just because you ask them to sign up. So, if you must get the first few signups by recruiting an ambassador and giving away prizes or something like that, that's still okay. Or you could run ads to get your first 100 users. That's also okay. And depending on your target audience and your product, if you can run ads in a way that doesn't break your bank, that is obviously the most critical thing. If you're B2B, you can look for what they call design partners. This term is a misnomer. It's not really a design partner, but it kind of gives the impression that you're inviting somebody to influence your product in a way that makes them a design partner. To some extent, this could happen, so it's not a total misnomer, but many times it's really just about getting that feedback on your product. And of course, you can do cold email outreach. You can put it out on newsletters for a few hundreds of dollars of an issue in smaller newsletters. The larger ones obviously charge a huge amount of money. But some of these things, keep in mind your ROI is going to be mediocre. Email open rates are awful in 2025. So these are not going to get you very far unless you're going to do a huge scale. Whatever you do or don't do, start putting organic content out. People underestimate the importance of organic content. The ways in which organic content pays off is hard to predict upfront, but it has incredible value. And try to do this on as many platforms as you can: LinkedIn, Reddit, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, wherever it's possible, put it out.